he's doing well. Maurice is, Mo is really, I like, you know, physically, his knee is sound. He's playing every day now. That was a real concern. The doctors had given him a clean bill of health. He's still, you know, getting in game shape. Everybody, you know, we all know he's got to continue to trim down and lose some weight, and that'll take a lot of pressure off of his knee. But Maurice adds a real dimension to our program. I just want to address one other thing. You know, Trevor was, you know, we didn't have plans for Trevor to be back to start because he was a senior. And we were lucky to get that. We were further fortunate to get the 6 year of eligibility. So, but that's why Maurice Walker was so critical to getting him healthy and getting him back. So that was, and I like what Maurice is. You know, again, he brings that inside presence of physicality, a wide body that we lacked last year inside. You know, even though Ralph and Ellie gave us some good presence, and so did Andre Ingram, we didn't have that real, you know, Jerry Sullinger type body inside.
Hollins gave me a point guard finally, right?
Well, Andre Hollins is developing into a good point guard. He's, you know, he had a tough year as far as taking care of the basketball. He led us in turnovers, but he also did some great things down the stretch once he was healthy. You know, one of the things about Andre Hollins, he came in, Dre messed his hip up in an all-star game before he came here the summer, his freshman summer year. So he had a nagging hip flexion problem most of the year. And that's why he never really was consistent until the end of the year when he got healthy and stronger. But you're right, I think he's going to be a tremendous player for us. Once he, you know, do a better job of taking care of the basketball. We know he can score, but I like the way he played last year.
He looks a little leaner. Has he done some work that
Andre?
way? Yeah.
I think he's, you know, his body's starting to mature. He's been on the weights. Steve Feldy, our new strength coach, has done a good job with our guys in the fall and in the summer workouts. So, yeah, I think he has. I don't know about trimmed down, but he's, you know, I think he's turned some that little, well, I'm not gonna say baby fat, some because he had a little puffy body. You're right. So they should call him the Pillsbury Dome Boy, but he's starting to look a lot better.
From a health standpoint, how is Trevor doing from that aspect of things?
You know, I'm sure he can tell you better, but you know, he's been, you know, obviously winded. You know, yesterday we went a couple hours, and you could tell that he was, you know, fatigued. So that's where we got to watch where he is as far as his knee and conditioning is concerned. So he hasn't done any running at all, you know, up and down, and then pushing and shoving and rebounding. So he's, yeah, I can see him take a real drop. You know, he dropped. His intensity of his play kind of dropped off at the end of the practice yesterday.
Tubby, you like your non-conference schedule?
Yeah, it's a pretty competitive schedule. Even, you know, since we've been here, we've played the toughest non-league schedule in the Big Ten for the last 5 years. This year we're probably right at 1 or 2. I'm not sure, but when you open up, you know, the Battle of Atlantis against a team like Duke, and you know, not just them, but behind them you've got VCU, Missouri, you name it, Louisville. There's a number of different teams that you have to compete with. It's probably the toughest tournament, preseason tournament, I mean non-league tournament in basketball, in college basketball. So then we go on the road to Florida State. In fact, we go straight from the Bahamas to Tallahassee, where Leonard Hamilton and the Seminoles are coming off an ACC championship. So that'll be a tough challenge. Then you go to Southern Cal, a team that was on probation last year. We able to beat them here, but they do a great job. And Kevin O'Neill's teams are always tough, and he has a full complement of players this year, some that set out. So he'll be. You're right. I was saying that's not taking away from the Dakotas and the South Dakotas that we have to play, as well as Lafayette. You know, you just name them. Open it up with American U. It's a very competitive schedule.
Tubby,